we were on a peaceful protest on January 23rd, 2017. We were arrested. I was one of those that was arrested when we went on a peaceful protest, still to demand for the payment of this entitlement.
Was there a form of misunderstanding before?
Yes, because we had met with the head of service then, Mrs. I've forgotten her name immediately.
Okay.
So she had assured us, she had assured us that the governor has set aside money to commence the payment. That was in December 2016. And so we waited in December, nothing happened. In January, we went back to her to say, oh, we've waited for that, the money has been set aside. Let's start the payments, please. Because people are dying. It's terrible. And by this January 2000, we have heard that this state has received the first tranche of Paris Club debt reform, 14.5 billion naira. So we went back to her to ask her, please, let's start the payment. But she told us that this government has no money. And so we decided to go on that peaceful protest where some of us were arrested.
Okay.
And we would have been in jail today.
Have this association tried to look at the judicial aspect of it? Is there possibility that you have tabled your case or maybe taken it to be addressed by a court or something?
Yes, but we also look at a few other cases that involve government, like the 5,000 teachers.
Okay.
And till today they are still in court. And we don't really think that a matter of workers' entitlement, retirees' entitlement should go to the court.
Right.
The previous government did not pay because the case was they paid. It is something somebody would do at least on the grounds of compassion. If you don't have any reason to do it on the grounds of compassion, because these are the weak in society. You cannot take advantage of people that are
frail.
Frail, yes.
That's the word. Yeah. Now, just before we let you go on, there are cases of persons who have died, who have not collected the entitlement. Is there a provision constitutionally that allows for a next of kin to be able to inherit same? And if there is, can you share with us?
Yes, there is. Because while you are in service, while a teacher is in service, there's always a column in one of the forms they fill that you insert, you write the name of the next of kin. So apart from that, if the teacher is dead, the next of kin goes to court.
Okay.
And gets the affidavit of next of kin, gets a letter of administration. These are processes. Once you receive your letter of administration, you become the manager of the estates of the deceased teacher. Yes, so that provisions. So with that letter of administration, you take it to SUBEP. SUBEP will also look at the records and admits you as a next of kin. Now you bring the documents, every other document that relates to such a teacher, and present it before SUBEP. So they will calculate your entitlement. But here we are also having cases of next of kin that died. Now you are next of kin to a retired teacher, a dead teacher, and while you are still waiting to receive
the pension,
your entitlement, the entitlement
of your parents,
you
person dead also.
So and sometimes it's they die of ailments that have been treated if they had
cash, right?
So next of kin, I know women, next of kin widows that are living in churches because the husband, maybe while he was in service, he was living in the family house. So at the point of death, so the family will chase the woman out. The children have dropped out of school.
Just before we let you go, your final words, we want to take a look at what we saw in the news yesterday that Akwa State Governor Odom Emmanuel has again refuted the insinuations that the state government was owing the entitlement of workers. Now, in your own last words, what would you want to say to the government to feel the pain of these people? What would you say to them?
Well, the greatest loser in this issue should be the state government, because now I know that the government is planning to recruit about 1,000 primary school teachers. So what is their motivation? If you employ them and at the point of paying the entitlement, you disown them because you are disowning them now. So what is the motivation for primary school teachers? There is none. And so the education is, you destroy the foundations of education, whether you like it or not. You know, apart from you want to give social amenities to the citizens, you should be able, as a leader, you should be able to give your followers hope. It is bigger than what anything you can give.
But that's tracing that this administration has been paying salaries and other entitlements of workers and pensioners in the state, even with the dwindling resources. So, we're still seeing emphasis from the government that they have actually done this.
No, but you cannot include dwindling resources. This state has just earned 171.2 billion. Let's not talk about the Paris Club debt reform. Let's forget about the reforms of the federal government on federal projects in Akwa Ibom State. Let's forget about the bogus monthly allocation. Can you compare this state with Borno State? The governor of Borno State released 12 billion last year for pension and gratuities. Yes, Akwa Ibom State is financially buoyant. We are not crying for funds. Okay. If we didn't have money, why would we use 15 billion naira to build a worship center?
We'll come to that. But hold on. Let's look at this issue again. We know we're supposed to let you go, but a lot of issues are coming up now.
That's right.
Now, you said something, and it brings